Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. Uchenna. Today I'm talking about 5 signs of a jealous friend. How to identify if your friend or whatever is toxic and showing signs of jealousy. So these are things that you can. These are external um, evidence that you can easily notice if you're paying attention. So jealousy is actually an internal feeling that people have. So I cannot discuss, that because I don't know this feeling. I've not asked anybody. I've not asked anybody I feel is jealous how they actually feel and how it makes them feel, to be jealous. And maybe sometimes I do get a bit envious of people, but I don't take any action on it. So it's just about wanting what somebody wants or trying to measure up to be like somebody. Um, so you feel that that person's growth or progress, it pains you that somebody's growing and progressing. Yeah, I think something like that. And I don't understand why it should pain us, if not that we have been conditioned into a competitive kind of mindset. So the 5 signs, that I think I've noticed from people. Number one is that someone that is jealous or someone that's envious of what you have, they criticize. There's somehow like excessive criticism, of what you do. This person could be your friend, if you have an idea and you just bring your idea to share your idea with them, they try to shut it down and criticize what you're doing and tell you that it's not possible for you to do it because they know you. Which I don't know where it's coming from. It might be coming from a good place, it's coming from a bad place. It could be coming from an unconscious place most of the time. It's not from a very conscious place. It comes from a place of fear that you're going to leave them behind or something, of that nature. Then number two is related to number one. The criticisms, is related to number one about criticisms. So number two is playing down your achievements. So if you have achieved something, no matter how small or big, small and big are really are relative terms in a way. They try to play it down. They believe that anybody can do it. They believe that they could have done it if they had the opportunity. So when you express your joy, when you achieve something in life, and you tell them, and and you don't feel comfortable telling somebody, then they're not really your friend. So we hide a lot of things. There's some good things happening in our life that we have to hide for a while. So you need to be careful about who you're hiding it from and try to observe who you're comfortable telling those your deepest secrets, because it's those people that are closest to you. They will play down your achievements and what you have done, what you have managed to do with your life. They rubbish it or they play it down. Number three is also related to that again. They will be gossiping about you to other people, and you will get to know because that's how life goes. Life goes round and round, and what goes around comes around. Somebody's always going to tell you. So once you hear that kind of what I call it, once you hear that kind of gossip, it's good not to pass gossip around, even though sometimes it's inevitable, to talk about people. But if you hear that somebody says something bad about you, maybe your friend or something, it could be real or not real. But just the mere fact that it even comes up means you're being discussed somewhere, and maybe something good is not being said about you there. So someone that's your good friend, will only have good things to say about you. They should not. Even if they have any criticism about you, they should tell it to you, to your face. And the criticism I mean is constructive criticism. Remember, I've always said, that there are two sides to everything. There's the negative, destructive criticism that doesn't offer anything positive, because what it means to critically analyze something, to criticize something, is to identify the weak points and then prefer solutions, to ameliorate those points, to negate those points. So you're supposed to give positive feedback that the person can use to work on the negative points that you have identified. And that is what real, true criticism should be about. It's not just about tearing down, it's also about building up. It's about identifying, in advance, what issues there may be, or what you feel that the issues may be, and discussing it with the person and giving very good advice. So if there's no good advice, and you will know good advice when you hear it, it sounds very well to you. You will know it. You will see when somebody is encouraging you, pushing you to move forward more than criticizing you. So those gossips, like I was talking about, are going to always come back to you. That's how life is. You're going to hear it from somebody, if the other person keeps saying it, which they will. So you hear it from somebody, and when you hear it, you decide what action to take. That's not what I'm talking about. If it's something, you need to ask the person, of course, to confirm and verify if what you heard is true or not. Not to perpetuate the gossip, because you're meant to end it whenever you hear anything like gossip. Your duty is to end it, not to carry it further. So with some tact, you can find out, what was said and what was not said, and why it was said, and all that. But of course, all that is still drama. So that's one sign. That's another sign of it. Then the fourth one, I think, they're going to do things to compete with you. So when you see that somebody is in real competition with you, let's say you have something or whatever, and the other person wants to have it, by all means, that's a sign of competition. That means they're not really following their own path, their own intuition, and they want to be like you. They want to have the attention you have, or whatever it is that they feel you have that's better than their own. It's a really funny relationship. It's not parasitic, but it's a strange kind of relationship, which, come to think about it, they could be trying to meet up, in their own lives. But I don't think the best way of meeting up is by competing with your friend. When you're meant to be collaborating, and growing based on whatever visions or goals you have. There's nothing wrong, with admiring somebody and trying to emulate the person. Yeah. But when you want to get the physical, material things that people have, just to show that you also have it, or you have the capacity to do it, you will always be lagging behind, and your heart will always be broken, and you will not have peace, basically. And then, I don't know if I mentioned 5, but number 5, they don't celebrate your wins with you. Yeah, I think it has to do with the first 2, that one doesn't really need much explanation. When you achieve something meaningful in life, there's sometimes a delay, in congratulating you, or just, back to what I said again, playing down your achievement. So it could actually be 4, not really 5 different things. But I guess you understand what I'm talking about. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.